That page is done. Anything here? Not that yet. Not that yet. These things. Sea urchin, big bear hasn't had that yet. She needs moral support. I haven't gotten that yet. Needs to change school. Okay. To the first fucking... Oh. That one. Because after this, then the first page. We were prepared to respond quickly this year. That was why we were able to start the investigation immediately by securing the crime scene. The victim is the wife of the younger brother of the Hojo couple. She is an extremely suitable target of the 4th year's curse of Oyashiro-sama. She has a horrible reputation among the neighbors. After the incident, everyone said she deserved to be cursed. I have a general idea of the culprit. It's probably Hojo Satoshi, the innocent-looking boy. There's a motive. The deceased abused his sister relentlessly. This is retaliation. No shit. Also, when he attended the inspection of the crime scene, he was rather frantic. Yet he was far too composed, as if he was totally unrelated to the crime. My intuition from many years of extensive police work tells me that 8 or 9 out of 10, he is the one. There's no concrete proof, but if I question him and shake him up a bit, I have a feeling he will confess. Well, I don't agree to the shaking him up a bit, I agree to the questioning, but that's it. For the victim to be beaten up, the culprit must have had blood on him as well. If we can find that, then we have proof. Unless he's a complete fool, I'm sure he got rid of it by now. But if we can find it after he confesses, we can convince the prosecutor as well. As an independent incident, it is extremely crude. If Hojo Satoshi confesses, it's over. Everyone except me must think that. But if I look at it as a part of the series of mysterious death incident, that is not the case. Either the 3 families of the village, or the Sonozaki family is involved in this directly. If they're the ones pulling the strings, they must have instigated Hojo Satoshi into committing this crime. See, I wouldn't even think that just because it's clearly him trying to get rid of her for his sister to be happy. And easy. If so, Hojo Satoshi is someone who knows way too much about them. The Sonozaki family must remain hidden. If he could contact them into the crime, connect them to the crime, would they let him run around freely? Hojo Satoshi is a loving brother who cares much about his sister, and they set him up to kill his aunt as the 4th year's curse. After that, they will eliminate Hojo Satoshi, who can connect them to the crime. Hojo Satoshi is not just a simple criminal. He was set up. Fuck off. After that, my suspicion is confirmed. He disappears all of a sudden. He disappeared in such a puzzling way. He didn't run because he was afraid that this crime came to light. Someone else came into the picture as a culprit. He was already arrested for a different crime, and furthermore, he died while in prison. He confessed to the information only the culprit himself would have known. Therefore, he is the culprit. But he's already dead, so the investigation is closed. $20. Talking to his group, the Mountain Hounds, had that guy come forward. $20 down. And Hojo Satoshi disappeared a few days after the Watanagashi. And I bet they took him because he has L5 symptoms. I bet they took him and fucking dissected his brain because fucking reasons. Which is terrible, especially poor Shion. She's gonna be devastated when she hears about that. It's obvious someone doesn't want Hojo Satoshi to be connected to this incident. My boss puts pressure on me to close the investigation and make Hojo Satoshi's disappearance a separate incident. He even hands the case over to a different section. The way this case is closing so rapidly greatly resembles the same trick used 2 years ago with the Hojo's couple's accident. God, I can't believe they have that much fucking power. To be able to, just close things, talking to this group. God, I hate them. God, that would piss me off as a police officer. Or a detective. I would be so pissed. I would be yelling at the dude, saying, bull fucking shit. This is clearly him that did it. And same with the quote accident. This is clearly not an accident. Nobody's so fucking pissed. Why are you taking this away from me? There's no doubt that there's someone who can pressure my boss in the police department. Ironically, the Sonozaki family is the only one who can actually pressure the police department here in the Hinamizawa area. That's what you believed. They may think their trails are covered, but this points towards them more clearly than anything. According to my informant, Sonozaki Ori mentioned the 4th year curse in the family meeting and hinted that she is the one behind it all. Hinting isn't strong enough evidence, but there is no mistaking that Sonozaki Ori was leading the ones behind it all. I know they're the ones who did it in the old guy, but I just can't grab them. God, that's Oishi's never gonna accept the fact that it is other construction workers that did it. He'll never accept that. But it's just so interesting that they're all independent cases, but they just happen to happen on the same day. The principal offender is still on the loose, and I'm sure he is being sheltered somewhere by the Sonozaki family. Nope, he's dead. He got his brain fucking looked at. I must find him and find the old guy's missing right arm. I'll return his right arm to his grave and make the principal offender and the masterminds bow down before his grave. Takano, get down. Bow. However, just like Hojo Satoshi disappeared, it's possible the principal offender has already been eliminated. I bet he's already been killed and buried somewhere nobody can find him. If that's the case, that's fine. I'll make the old bag who ordered that someone to kill the old guy slam her forehead on the ground before his grave. I swear. After the 4th year's curse of Oyashiro-sama, people are already saying something will happen again next year as the 5th year's curse. Even with all of my preparations, I couldn't prevent the year incident this year. It's too late if something happens. I must keep my eyes on the core of the village before something takes place. There's a reason why I must get to the bottom of this by next year. Because I'm retiring. My mother has been requesting me to go back to her homeland in Hokkaido, and for a long time she has been asking me to move there when I retire. I feel that is the least I can do for her, so I agree to move to Hokkaido when I retire. So next year is my last chance to avenge the old guy's death. It happened 4 years in a row, so more than likely there will be a fifth curse. As a result of the series of mysterious deaths, the village has been tightly knit together since the day of protest. That's because they have been told that betrayers will be punished in the name of the curse. To the masterminds, that's enough reason to motivate the series of mysterious deaths. According to the rumors, this year's victim, the aunt, was cursed because she didn't participate in the Watanagashi festival. So there are villagers who believe that if they don't participate in the next year's Watanagashi, they'll be cursed. It'll be a huge festival next year. Something will happen next year for sure. Yeah, something bigger. The series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa. Also known as the curse of Oyashiro-sama. I will avenge the old guy. I most certainly will. I think he's still too focused on the Sonozaki family. Time to go this one. The whole village is in shock. A mysterious death which was expected by everyone occurred 4 years in a row. Satoko's aunt was killed. All the villagers feel rather satisfied about this incident, saying the curse finally fell on her for being a troublemaker of the village. But I know the truth. When I saw the beaten up body at the crime scene, I knew Satoshi was responsible for it. Everyone knew he was responsible for it. The abuse towards Satoko was getting worse and worse. Satoshi wanted to protect her. So he brought home the baseball bat. Everything makes sense. I don't even need to hear it from Satoshi. I can't help asking myself. The Ojo siblings didn't have any friends, so I tried to be one. But I couldn't do anything for them. The phone rings, it's Satoshi. He has never called me before. What happened? Does he want me to help him? If so, I want to. I truly feel that way. Hello, manager. Sorry to bother you while you're at work. Don't worry. What can I do for you? I can't think of anyone else who has a car. A car? Sure, I have one. I'm in front of the toy store in Okinomiya. Not the one owned by Mion's uncle, but the other one by the dentist office. Sure, I know where it is. I found a teddy bear for Satoko's birthday, but... it's too big to put on my bicycle. Too big? Satoshi, how big is the teddy bear? I guess he didn't think about it and went to the toy store on his bicycle. Now he's stuck. That's so typical of him. I can't help smiling warmly. In other words, he can't carry both the bicycle and the teddy bear, so he wants me to come pick him up. I tell him I'll be right over, and head to the toy store in Okinomiya. When I get there, I realize the teddy bear he bought is a lot bigger than I imagined. Oh my! Haha, it's huge. There's no way you can put it on your bicycle, huh? Okay, yeah, they had to clearly go to the clinic, and he's clearly going to be dissected. Because, like they said, yeah, you bought the bear. But on some way towards Hinamizawa, he went missing. This is clearly where he goes missing. The teddy bear is so big, Satoshi can hardly wrap his arms around it. If he puts it on his lap in the passenger seat, he won't be able to see anything. You could put it, like, behind you. Like, tie the arms, like, around your neck. Yeah, sure, that's not safe at all. Or just, like, around your waist. If you're riding on the bike, like, the arms and legs. Then, like, just hold it on your back while riding your bike. We load the bicycle in the back of the seat and stuff the teddy bear in the trunk. Boy, it must have been expensive. Yeah, I guess. At first I thought he was sweating because it's hot. But he's acting oddly. If he has a high fever and his consciousness is coming and going. What's wrong? Are you feeling okay? I guess, well, I think I have a cold. That's no good. Do you want to swing by the clinic? I'll give you a checkup. Thank you. When he called earlier, he didn't sound this way. Did he become ill all of a sudden? Why don't you recline the seat? Is it too cold? Are you okay? His face is turning pale. I can tell he has a high fever. Satoshi was pushing himself to buy this teddy bear. A teddy bear this size can't be that cheap. For him to earn enough money in such a short period of time, he must have been working hard and long hours. Maybe he felt relieved now that he got the teddy bear and he had wanted to buy. It's not unusual for a person to collapse after reaching his big goal. I'm proud of you for earning enough money to buy such a huge teddy bear. Satoko will be so happy. I hope so. I'm sure she will be. I guarantee it. Our aunt is gone. Her uncle isn't coming back. There's nobody to abuse her in any way anymore, right? That's right. There won't be anyone to abuse her, so you can relax now. Her aunt is gone, right? She died, right? Yeah, she is dead. I performed the autopsy. There's no mistake. She'll never be Satoko again. Are you sure? Did you really confirm her aunt's death? Yes, I sure did. So, even if I see someone who looks just like her, it's not her, right? It's not like she was actually alive and came back, right? No, that's not possible. She'll never come back to us. Then, look, that lady. She looks like her, but it's not my aunt, right? Right? Satoshi points at the oncoming car in fear. Of course, the car passes so quickly that I can't see her face. But no matter how much she looks like her, it's impossible for her to be alive. Look at her. She looks exactly like her. She even looked at me. Calm down, Satoshi. Your aunt is dead. So no matter how much she looks like her, it's not your aunt. But she looks just like her. Look! No, it must be her. That's my aunt. I killed her. I bashed her repeatedly. Why? I can only try to stay calm and drive. Fuck. Locking door. Satoshi is losing his calm. Okay. He's delusional. He's seeing his aunt coming back from the dead. Then I finally realized. Satoshi is showing the symptoms of the terminal phase. I need to examine him once I get to the clinic. It's different from Satoko's case. We already have the cure. We can treat Satoshi. If I talk to the Mountain Hounds, they'll take care of the murder of his aunt. So I can save him from the terminal phase and give him back peaceful days with Satoko. He was deranged until just a minute ago, but now he is quiet. He didn't fall asleep. I must get to the clinic while Satoshi is in this calm state. There's no guarantee that he won't attack me while I'm driving. Calm down, little buddy. As if he knows what is going through my mind, Satoshi talks to me quietly. Manager, is this the curse of Oyashiro-sama? There's no curse. Please try to stay focused. Satoko, sorry. Until just before I caught the teddy bear, I was thinking about running away. That's why Oyashiro-sama got angry. God damn it, Rena. I'm a failure as a brother. You don't need to say anything. Close your eyes and get some rest. We'll get to the clinic soon. Then I'll give you some medicine, okay? Maybe there are some maggots in my blood. God damn it, Rena. Why did you say any of that? It's itchy. Damn it. Don't scratch. Don't scratch your throat. Oh, thank you. My throat's really itchy. Thank you for bringing up my throat. The car arrives at the back door of the clinic. I stop the car suddenly. Get the fuck out. Satoshi has started to scratch his throat already. Ugh. Grab his arms, carry him indoors. I need someone. I can't stop him by myself. I ask for some help through the intercom. Some staff members come out right away. Maybe Satoshi is surprised to see so many people at once because he starts to resist. A bunch of people start trying to get me out of a car. No. I don't even need to run tests. He's at L5. He's at the terminal phase and his thoughts must be filled with delusion. Oh, fuck. Maybe you think the staff members want to kill him. I mean, I'm sorry, but if a bunch of people are, like, coming after, like, running towards the car, I'll be like, and, like, in the direction, I would be kind of freaking out just a little bit. Especially after I just killed someone, like, a couple days ago. The staff members pin him down by holding his arms and legs and give him a shot to put him to sleep. Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't freaking out at all. Pin him down. Manager, please, help me. Don't worry. I'll treat you, so please relax. Manager. Please. Take care of Satoko. Please take care of Satoko. After saying those words, he falls unconscious. Oh my. What's going on? Fuck off, Takano. Satoshi showed the symptoms of the syndrome suddenly. Considering his daily stress, it was just a matter of time. Or maybe he was controlling himself until he bought the teddy bear. It's interesting that somehow we always find a live specimen around Watanagashi. Do you think it's the curse of Oyashiro-sama? Fuck off. I don't have time to listen to her nonsense. Thank you. Go away. Go away. I don't want to dissect him right now. That comes later. Got so many shit. Oh, so much is done. It feels great. It hasn't moved yet. It hasn't gone. Finally, we're actually getting some of this. Rossi, Urchin, Big Tish, she needs moral support. Let's go with this. Yes. Grandfather's articles were trampled. There is proof as clear as the pathogen of the Hinamizawa syndrome. Why can't they believe? They've never heard of it. They can't imagine it. It just can't be possible. I don't care about that. I don't care about the limit of those commoners' understanding abilities. Ugh. Why can't anyone believe the truth of my grandfather's article that has been proven by the Uri Institution? Why do people believe humans are a special existence? Oh, I don't know. It's probably because of all the insane amount of cool shit that we've been able to do that other species that we've studied haven't been able to do. Or even come close to replicating. No species has come up with electricity. No species has found a way to communicate across the world instantaneously. And no species has been able to launch itself into space and creating a satellite, go to the moon. I mean, there's so much shit that humans have been able to do that other species haven't been able to do. I want to say that's a pretty special existence. Humans are simply species of animals. We may be animals, but we're a fucking amazing kind of animal. Even when the existence of various parasites that control their host is confirmed, how can people declare parasites that use humans as their host don't exist? Because we're still in something we don't want to admit, because we have a rational ability to think about the consequences of that idea. No, that's not so. That isn't it. Because everyone believed my grandfather's article up until now. Isn't that why the Health Ministry and the Department of Defense lend their insistence? All of a sudden they turned cold. Yeah, it's because Koizumi was putting pressure on him to do it. That's all it was. You had a guy high up that was saying, hey, you gotta do this for me. It's for an old friend, basically. So just do it regardless. That's exactly why they supported it in the first place. They never believed it. In other words, everything was because of Father Koizumi's back shield. So nobody really read my grandfather's article. Nope. Did they just pretend to praise the article to make Father Koizumi happy? Yep. What's the meaning of everything I've done up until today? Nothing. I thought I've accomplished something, but what have I accomplished? Actually, you've helped find a cure for it. So, I mean, there's that. So you have done something. But of course you're not going to be satisfied with that because fuck helping other people. I don't care about that. I want to prove the existence of it and kill a bunch of people. I don't know what is going on and all I can do is to be sad. The more I think about it, the more I lose the meaning of my life. Didn't Takano Mio devote her life to be useful for her grandfather? Then I haven't done anything. Count 3 with my grandfather, and I go on to count 4. What a crazy thing to say. No. If I let my mind wander, criticism towards me and my life slip in. I fill the gap in my heart with alcohol. Fucking get wasted. Is it that strange to presume an existence of something that can control human thoughts? Yeah, it is. It is strange. Just to assume something like that exists. I mean, you have to find evidence of it first. You can't just assert it and just go from there and just say, yes, this is exactly what happens. It's true that the Hinamizawa syndrome isn't the cause for the birth of ideology. The best I can do is to make patients to be deranged. Socialism or capitalism doesn't come from it. During the era my grandfather was living, you couldn't talk about the world without ideology. The article came from that time and age, so some may be exaggerated or unbalanced, but that's not a reason to deny its foresight. You can't simply say it's crazy and push it aside, but you can't just accept it as a wholehearted truth either, which is why they're giving you 3 years to wrap up the biological research of it and the cure, and then end it. That's why they're giving you 3 years. If you can't come up with anything else in 3 years, it's a dead end. You're lucky to be getting 3 years extra. And the most important thing they ignored is the fact that Frederica, the Queen Carrier, holds the fate of the village. How do you know this, though? They still haven't explained how they know this. What experiments did they run to show unequivocally that if the Queen dies, everyone else dies? What proof? My grandfather has always predicted the importance and dangerousness of the Queen Carrier since the beginning of the Hinamizawa syndrome research. But the hypothesis that if the Queen Carrier dies, the infected colony breaks down is a Pandora's box that can't be proven. The fuck? Then what's the point? Then why kill the entire village if you can't prove it? Have it on standby if they start to go crazy, lock it down and then gas them. It can only be confirmed after Frederica's death, and when she dies, it's too late. So stop asserting it as fact. Just say, we truly believe that if this happens, she dies. They can either accept that or not. But you can't just assert it as fact. That I believe since she is the Queen Carrier, everyone dies. But there's no mistake that Frederica is the Queen Carrier, a very special existence. And it's clear from the various experiments that she has a special influence on infected people. Her death could trigger the collapse of the entire village, or it could do absolutely nothing. There's no mistake about it. Because my grandfather predicted it and he wrote it down. Oh, well, he's fucking God, so, he's infallible. He's never made a mistake. Oh, wait, he killed himself. So, obviously, he wasn't exactly in the right state of mind, at least at that point. And I'd imagine he did that after people rejected his idea. But there's also a reason people didn't believe it in the first place. Because it's unproven. You can't prove it. It's unprovable without destroying your sample size. So stop asserting it as fact and just say, we truly believe this. Fuck off. To say all this is like a comic book story is fairly accurate. That's too cruel. For them to call the various preparations we have made to protect her in order to avoid the worst case scenario, a fictional project that was used to tunnel funds, that's just too cruel. Well, no, actually, I'm not even going to say it's a tunnel for funds. I think it's just a complete waste of fucking money and time. And I expect results. If I'm funding this shit with a lot of money, I'm expecting some real results here. You're not showing anything with military research. Fuck your military spending. You can go shove it up your ass. And show me, and once you get the cure, apply it to the whole village, you're done. You can keep the clinic there, shut down the research, you're done. What I'm doing now is simply a continuation of what my grandfather was going to do. Therefore, to insult my research would be the same insult as insulting my grandfather. According to my grandfather's article, the first thing that needs to be done in order to start research is to protect the Queen Carrier. Yet they ridicule that the most, because it's ridiculous just to assert this claim. The more I think about it, the more I'm reminded about those insulting words. I can almost hear those voices and I can't stop myself from covering my ears. I'm sure the members of the board or of directors think I'm crazy. Yeah, you are. I was going to appeal the continuation of the Ire institution, but it backfired. The members must think the Hinamizawa syndrome is something funny, and I'm sure they will push even harder to stop the research. If that happens, I would have to go back to researching it as an individual. That would be the same as what my grandfather did. There's a limit to what an individual can do in a research. What if it is even questionable if I would be able to go back to researching it individually. If the Ure institution is disbanded, a duty of confidentiality for all the involved works appears as well. I signed the contract. It's not just a simple promise. If I were to break the promise, a special unit like the Mountain Hounds would come after me to make sure that I keep everything confidential. Even if that doesn't happen, the Ure institution is to eradicate the Hinamizawa syndrome within a few years and to bury every trace of it, including the research results. This isn't research and treatment. They want to pretend nothing ever took place. No, that is research and treatment. But yes, it's eradication. It's research and eradication. That's all it is. Without publishing it. Which is the right thing they need to do. And that's frankly what I would do in this case. I would order the exact same thing. Or I might just say, publish, there's a disease, it's been eradicated. Just in one of the footnotes of, a summary report of, the year for what the money went to and what it did. Say how much money you spent and the eradication of a disease. People look at it and say, oh, that's good, an eradication of a disease, that's nice. And then leave it at that. Nothing else. Nothing more than just a footnote in a document. I wanted to continue and complete my grandfather's research, but what's happening is the complete opposite. I'm actually helping to eliminate my grandfather's hard-worked research from this world. Because this isn't for personal fucking gain, this is for the betterment of society. But of course, you're self-centered. Same with your grandfather's work. It was self-centered. You guys weren't doing it for the right reasons. The eradication of it is exactly the point of this research. I'm sorry, that's what I would be going for at least. That's how you know it's truly been acknowledged. The sheer fact that you got money and then it's been eradicated, that's acknowledgement. And they'll probably tell you, hey, good job. You eradicated this. Good job. That's good. A treatment has been created already. Although Irei is as passionate as me about developing a cure, but he is very passive about any other research. I hate to admit it, but he has more than accomplishments and talent. I'm sure he'll come up with a plan to defeat the Hinamizawa syndrome within 3 years, as requested by the new board of directors. Good! The board of directors will provide enough funds to bury the Hinamizawa syndrome. And Irei will bury everything, including the existence of the Hinamizawa syndrome, happily. Because he's actually doing it for the right reasons. Even though he's kind of fucked up, he's doing it for the right reasons. Just like the time when he disposed all of the research data of the test medicine H170 as requested. All I can do is to hinder them passively while watching Irei and the others eradicate the Hinamizawa syndrome, just like he once did to me.